there very faintly. They'll start to count up in a moment's time. There you go. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are away. The lights are green.
Oh, sorry.
And we're going to head up towards turn number 1. How's it looking at the front? It's 4 wide. We've got a McLaren almost on the grass. He gets himself back onto the circuit, only just though. Into turn number 1 they go. There's an incident backwards. That is 3 cars, 4 cars involved, 2 facing the wrong way. Only the McLaren now facing the wrong way as the Mercedes gets back on. No, 2 McLarens involved. Garcia and Shabowski back out at your lead though. Diop is away. We've got, this is Bobby Pennington on the outside of Cynic, looking for P number 5. Will he be able to make it? And side by side as contact between the 2 Lamborghinis ahead. 2 Mercedes side by side though. Cynic's got the inside line. He's tapped Pennington. Pennington slightly into the gravel. Now that's a Honan trying to push the McLaren of Cynic past Pennington. They've got the inside through the Lesmo, through goes Cynic. Now a Honan's trying to get that move as well. Sundstrom into the lead of the race as Diop's gone off. Mercedes onto the gravel on the exit of the Lesmo 1. Sundstrom though from 5th on the grid. He's taken past all 4 Lamborghinis as Honan has actually dropped completely out of the top 5. With Sundstrom doing a fantastic job here to lead the way. Back in the middle of your field, they head into Ascari, and that is the Mercedes of Redmond getting around the outside of Herlo, and that who was that running off? Is that Heisman? Off the circuit there. No, it was Alex Walden. A big hit in the background as that was one of the Nissans slamming into the inside wall. Sean Evans on the exit of Ascari. Off of lap number 1 then, it is Sundstrom leading the way, but it's going to be a battle between the 2 Lamborghinis. Diop goes to the inside. Tazanoy holds the outside right now. They come onto the braking point, and that's Tazanoy really closing the door. There's contact with the Nissan, and all 3 of them go straight on at the chicane. Jeffrey Tazanoy comes back on in 2nd. Sundstrom leading the way. Diop in 3rd, but quite a while back to the braking point of turn number 4. Tazanoy though going to try his hardest on the outside, but he's going to run it deep. Here goes Diop back on the outside line through turn number 5. They're side by side up to Lesmo. Utley now all over the rear. They're going to make it 3 wide into Lesmo 1. Utley backs out of it. Diop's going to hold that outside line. Tazanoy's still got the inside line heading up towards Lesmo 2. Tazanoy backs out of it. Fantastic race in there. Diop remains in P2. Tazanoy in P3. Utley in P4. And around goes your race leader. Sandstrom down the order from the lead. He's down to P5. Honan is coming up right behind. Goes defensive. Tazanoy goes to the outside line. Into that first chicane. Who's going to get a better braking zone here? Tazanoy does not back out of it. He has to cut the corner. He's going to surely give that position back. Tazanoy into the lead. He takes the lead.
Go get the
he's
first
holding
place.
the outside line. I think he's trying to let Diop back through. I believe he's trying to let Diop back through. Yes. Diop now on the outside. Utley's going to probably try and take advantage of that. No, Tazanoy tries to close the door. And there you go. Diop back into the lead. Tazanoy down to P2 after trying to get the inside through turn number 2.
The gap is now
backs out of it though, gets position back. Utley right behind in P3. Cynic in P4 right now. Into Lesmo 2 they come. This is a 4-car battle for your lead. 15 minutes into the race, they are fighting like it is 5 minutes to go. It's absolutely fantastic, but surely there's going to be an incident right now. Back up to your leaders though, because look at this, Jeffrey Tazanoy on the right-hand side of the circuit. He is going to try to get the outside line into the 2nd chicane. He leaves the room for Diop, but he gets the turn in. Fantastic overtake, a little bit of a nudge from Diop behind. It's going to slow them down. The McLaren of Utley is right behind as well as, sorry, the McLaren of Cynic right behind Utley. Utley was on the left-hand side of Diop. Now to the right-hand side and Lesmo 2. Will Diop be down 2 positions in just 3 corners?
Car left.
Diop gets that gravel and look at this. Sundstrom is right there in it. He's through as Diop was forced onto the grass. He's now dropped the position, but look at this, Sundstrom to P number 3, he's on the outside into Ascari. Will he be able to hold it? He's got the Lamborghini on his inside, but through goes Sundstrom. Fantastic into P number 2. Gavin Utley still P3. Henry Sinnick P4. P5 Abdoulaye Diop, and Paulie Ahonen not too far behind that as well. But Jeffrey Tasnoy now leads the way, 1.3 seconds ahead of the very fast Nissan. No cars ahead of that Nissan now. And the final turn they go, and up past the timing line. 20 minutes into this race, 40 minutes to go, half an hour left in that mandatory pit window. I'm not expecting to see any car down for at least another 10 minutes. Overtake attempt behind. Diop looks to the outside as Sinnick goes very defensive in his ground, almost taking out Utley. Going very deep indeed. Diop almost got the switch back. Will now look to get the better exit out of the chicane. That's all over the rear now, to the left-hand side of Curva Grande for that second chicane.
He's still there.
We'll now look for the braking, and it looks like he's going to gain that position. He is. Diop up to P5. Sinnick though looking very aggressive and off the circuit. Who is that? That is Utley off the circuit. A real shame. All of them just trying their hardest to fly through as they head up towards Parabolica for whatever turn this is. How many laps up?
The gap in front is now 0.7.
We're going to go up towards Parabolica. Ahonen to the inside of Sinnick, and that is position gain. The McLaren tucks it, looks for the switch back on the exit of Parabolica. Not a move I've seen before in on the Assetto Corsa races. That's the forecast, but fantastic overtake attempt on the inside, and they will be able to hold it going into the braking point. Ahonen faster. He's got the position, but back out, swing Sinnick. Can't do it. He has to get to the racing line, onto the braking point, and he will lose out to Ahonen. He really put up an absolutely fantastic fight right there, though. To the inside of Sundstrom. Sundstrom looking so strong at the start. Under attack from the Lamborghini right now. To the outside goes Diop on turn number 2, and what an overtake. He was actually able to hold it on the outside of turn 2. Fantastic Nissan down to P number 3. Sundstrom still all over the rear. In fact, he's looking to the outside of Curva Grande. That'll get him the inside into turn number 4. The Nissan showing the power right now. Gonna get the braking though on the inside. Lamborghini though of Diop gets it on the outside. I feel that Sundstrom definitely backed out of that by the look of it, because he came back across onto the racing line just before the turning point. Paulie Ahonen running wide. Sinnick now to the inside of Lesmo 1. You've got Utley just behind as well. The three of them coming very closely. Lesmo 1, a little bit of contact between Sinnick and Ahonen. Ahonen pushed off the circuit. Utley now onto the inside of Lesmo 2, and again a little bit of contact once again. Ahonen onto the gravel. Through they go, there's corners. And comes down pit lane is Sundstrom. Tasnoy is also in the pit. Comes in Sinnick, comes in Utley. That means that is going to be Diop in the lead right now. He's the only man out on circuit from your top 5. So he's the only one that's not pitted. This is Jeffrey Tasnoy. He was your race leader. When will he get going? How long is this pit stop going to be? As you can just see, Sinnick down pit lane. Utley, Sundstrom all down pits. Dunkley still down pits, but there you go. Into gear goes Tasnoy, and away he comes. Sharp also down the pits, I'm sure. But Pennington as well, because Tasnoy came down pit lane. A lot of drivers would have decided, yes, now's the time to go. The race leaders down pit lane. This is the best chance for us. Drivers such as Diop maybe trying to avoid a battle that he was having with Sundstrom, maybe trying almost an overcut here. But there is Tasnoy out of pit lane behind. You can see Sundstrom. He's come out behind Redondo though. Redondo needs to pit, so this could benefit Diop, because Sundstrom, Sinnick, Utley, they're all going to have to try and fight with Redondo to get past, because even though Redondo is not technically within this fight, he is allowed to defend that position because he is legitimately in third right now. It's prevented him from having to overtake that Ferrari, because you can see Sinnick and Utley still stuck behind Redondo, who still remains on circuit as of now. 15 minutes to go in the pit window. Redondo's going to have to come down to pit lane soon. Sinnick on the inside of Redondo. He has now made his way past the Ferrari. Utley is the final car. Well, I didn't even notice him there. But look at that, Strabonski still slowed up anyway. I feel like that was Stefan's fault. But Strabonski following the rules, he's going to allow Stefan to come back through. Timon
was my
Douglas
fault,
and actually that was Jeffrey Tasnoy
I
who's
let
been
you.
allowed through in your race lead. That was Timon Douglas who's gained the position with that as well. Back to this battle. P number 3 and 4. Cynic's closed up to Sunstrom once more. That gap did open up to about 2 seconds. It's now closed once more. Cynic looks to the right, dives to the left. Sunstrom just holds it on the racing line. Cynic just like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what I can do right now. Out of the chicane they go and heading up towards Lasmo 1. Cynic all over the wheel looking for that final podium position. That would be a fantastic achievement to get the podium here at Monza in the GT3s. On the exit of Lesmo 2, it's about 0.3 of a second between them as they come up towards the sky, with the gap opening up because that Nissan just a little bit stronger on straight line speed, but the McLaren are not giving in the corners.
0.5.
Nissan almost steering like a boat, whereas you can see the McLaren just nimbly getting its way through the corners. Onto the brakes, through Parabolica. Still very close, 0.3 of a second right now. Cynic, if he can get that slipstream from Sunstrom, could go for an overtake. But even with the slipstream, you see that Nissan pulling
Sector
away
1 is
with
0.7 off the
greater
pace. Sector 2
acceleration.
is 0.37 off the pace. Sector 3 time is fast.
At the same top speed though with the slipstream from
Yellow
Cynic. So he
flag,
looks to
watch
the
out.
inside, he knows that diving is going to be almost his only way through. He looked for it, couldn't quite make the move out of the first section of the course now, out of that first chicane. 0.3 of a second between this fight.
Thank you.
Still going
Thank you,
on.
Mario.
Heading up to the final 5 minutes. The pressure is really getting on now. Place your bets. Sunstrom or Cynic, P number 3. 0.3 of a second between them right now. Into the breaking point for the second sector.
Come on, find the gap.
Through Lesmo 1 they go. This is half a second now. Lost about 1/10 of a second heading out of Lesmo 1. Into Lesmo 2 they go, closing that gap now. But once again, the speed is what's going to let down that McLaren. He is showing that he's got the racecraft behind the Nissan. But at a circuit that really relies on power, it relies on speed, the Nissan just able to stay ahead right now. The McLaren pushing it just ever so slightly too hard through Ascari.
5 minutes remaining.
And is
5 minutes
now
left.
lost a couple of tenths. 0.6 of a second between himself and Sunstrom. 0.7, increasing with that mistake. Sunstrom holds on to Cynic. It's going to be P number 3, but we do have a fight going on. P10 and 11. They go through Lesmo. It is 2/10 of a second. We're going to have to watch this fight for the rest of this lap. It's the battle. There are your results once more on the left-hand side of the circuit. 2 retirements. Pierre Carlo retired on the third to last lap. Janke retiring on the final lap of the race. We're still looking at Jeffrey Tasnoy here, as I believe he's going to do some celebrations up at Parabolica. There he goes. What a race that was once more. It's been an absolute fantastic event, as we always get in these club races.